Good morning, fellow YouTubers. I received a comment saying that why didn't I believe in God? And I want to respond with this. I made these videos with the understanding that everyone would interpret them according to their own level of understanding, according within the framework of their own reality orientation, okay? Water seeks its own level. Birds of a feather flock together. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to become enlightened. If that were the case, nobody would become enlightened, would they? There are millions of people in China that do the Tai Chi on a regular basis. There are millions of people that do yoga, etc. I'm a senior citizen. I do senior yoga. I do senior Tai Chi. This is my choice that I decided to do. I know some people who are intellectual giants, but they're emotional dwarves. Knowledge is fine, but knowledge without action gets you nowhere. You know, I've read lots of books in my life, and I came to the understanding that you don't need to read a lot of books to achieve enlightenment. So, you know, everything I gave to people as suggestions is just simply that, just simply suggestions. I deliberately try to stay away from any particular deity because I understand that everyone has their own belief system, everyone has their own mindset. The point is how do you change your own reality? How do you change your belief system if you're not satisfied? Know thyself, to thy own self be true. The first thing is to become aware of yourself. And the way I did it, and this is just for me, is I had to do an inventory of myself, an honest, brutal look at myself many, many years ago. I had to look at how all my thinking and all my life circumstances formed the reality I'm functioning at today. I had to look at all my self-defeating attitudes and my self-destructive behavior. And then I had to ask myself, what can I do to change this? And the answer is pretty simple. You practice something different. You become what you practice. You are what you eat. You are what you think. And practicing something different is not an easy task. I realized that the only person I can change is myself. I can't change anyone else. That I'm okay with my own approval. I don't need the approval of other people to tell me I'm okay. I don't need other people to push my buttons. If you allow someone to push your buttons to get you mad, to get you angry, then you have given them permission to control how you think, feel, and act. And I still do a yearly inventory to see what attitudes and habits I may have acquired and what I need to work on by practicing something different. You become good at what you practice. So essentially, what I did is relatively simple. It's not esoteric. It's not mystical. It does take work. It does take a certain amount of self-discipline. If you want to acquaint yourself with your thinking, this is how I did it, is through an inventory of looking at my thinking, becoming aware of what I think about right now and how it's going to affect my past and future. And on the meditation, you don't have to be perfect in that. You don't have to breathe a certain way. You don't have to be in a certain position. You just find some quiet time, and to the best of your ability, you visualize what you want to visualize and just let it go and send it out. You visualize the thoughts. So maybe some of you were expecting I was going to reveal some great mystery, some great secret. No, just some basic, simple steps to begin you on your journey if you want to take this journey. Just a few suggestions. And now I can get back to being old Tom again, okay? You know, I was starting to get the feeling that perhaps, you know, I didn't want to lecture anyone. I didn't want to try to impose my belief system on anyone. I simply wanted to state it, my truth, my reality, and how I came to acquire my own particular reality, and how I understood I can change my reality, I can change my belief system through an honest inventory, through the way I practice yoga, through the way I practice the Tai Chi, to the way I open myself up to the universal energies, so that I am more in harmony with myself, other people, and the universe. And to me, that's what's important. So I want all the Ron Paul supporters out there, do your best. Give it the good fight. If you have the time, spend a few moments alone and visualize Ron Paul as president. Think about Ron Paul as president and realize that that thought is energy, and that once you release that thought, it goes into the universal consciousness and has a tendency to reproduce or to manifest itself on the physical plane. This has gotten nothing to do with a supreme being or a deity or you becoming your own God. And I want to thank everyone for watching my video. And Underseas Caveman, you spoke about the anxiety of death. As a person becomes less ego-bound, less ego-driven, they understand and begin to understand the transcendent nature of life, then I can assure you that this anxiety of death diminishes to a large extent. So, having said that, and everything else, I want to thank all you YouTubers for having the patience to watch my videos, and let's continue to spread this message about Ron Paul like wildfire, and to think about it, and then let those thoughts go. So all of you have a good morning, and I can get back to what I was doing. Take care, my friends. And, once again, I want to say, because, I don't have to hide behind any shields or defenses anymore. I want to say I love all of you. I care for humanity, and only wish the best for America. Good morning.